Hello and welcome to Junk Journal Snacks. We are going to start off by finding a piece of ephemera in my wooden box that I can give a forever home to. And for today's snack, I'm going to choose this one right here, which I made a really long time ago. So it's time to give it a forever home. So let's find a place in Nadia's beautiful journal. As always, this is Nadia's handle on Instagram. It's at artalalai. You can find it linked in the description box below this video. And by the way, this is the last Junk Journal Snacks episode of the year. But no need to be sad, because as of next week, as of December 1st, you will receive daily videos with inspiration during Defemorember Daily. During Defemorember, a December daily series, a collaboration with my friend Louisa Heinzel and myself. So this is the page we will be adding the tag to. And I will be making a so-called collar pocket, which is one of the simplest pockets ever. But before I do that, I want to have a background on this page. And today I feel like drama. So I want strong, dramatic colors. And I'm going to achieve that by using this permanent spray by Edding in black. I actually have decluttered this before I moved. And then when I moved, I found this because I hadn't given it away yet. And there's a little bit still inside. And I thought I could use this rather than throwing it out. And I want to use it with this stencil. This is a very cool crackling stencil by Stamperia. I will do my best to link this one for you. I think this is the product number, KSTDL55, maybe. But as I said, I will do my best to link this stencil for you. And since this is a permanent spray, I want to use this outside because I think it has a pretty strong smell. So I will take this to my balcony and spray through my stencil. And then this happened. Not really what I had in mind, I must say. So I totally messed up the spraying. I sprayed one side, and because the stencil was narrower than my page, I sprayed this part here and I forgot to cover up this part. So now we have this. I wanted drama, and I have this here, which I don't really understand because I actually had covered this up. I'm not sure how that happened. But a beautiful side result that I got was when I took the stencil off, it had all the black paint on it. And I put that on some packaging paper. And this is absolutely gorgeous. This I'm super happy with. So what I'm simply going to do is tear out this piece here and stick it onto this mess here. Obviously, I will have to do something about this as well, but I will tackle that later. I'm just going to concentrate on this page for now. And the idea for a collar pocket was inspired by Kathleen Mower, and I will link Kathleen's video for you below so you can see the different varieties that can be made. And it's really super simple. It's easiest if you make your collar pocket using a double-sided cardstock. But the cardstock that I want to use is unfortunately only one-sided. So I have this one here, which I think is beautiful. I'm not sure if this is Tim Holtz or not. I was gifted this and I love this so much. And I think the colors will go really well with our tag. I think another thing that makes the collar pocket look really great is if you have a good contrast between the two sides of the collar pocket. So I think the first thing I want to do, because this is too narrow, I'm going to cut this in half where it's already folded so that I have a wider pocket, and then trim that down to fit my page size. I'm going to adhere this with some regular tape on the back. And then I'll trim them to be exactly the same height. Like that. And then I also trim it down to be a little bit more narrow than my page. I'm going to line the back side with black construction paper. So I'm going to trace my cardstock so that it's the same size. Obviously much easier if you just use a cardstock that has the right size and is double-sided from the beginning. And this is just a so-called glue pen. It's an all-purpose glue inside, and I'm just using it because it has like this flat side on top, which makes it easy to spread this on my paper. So making our collar pocket requires one fold and one cut. That's it. And the rest you can embellish however you like. So this is going to be my front, this is my back, and now depending on which way I want my pocket to go, I need to fold it. So for example, in my case, I want the slant to be on this side. So all I do is I fold this down, for example, like this. And then I bend this. In my case, I see now I have this white line here, which I obviously don't want. So I'm going to cut that away. Obviously, you will not have that issue if you use a double-sided cardstock. So that's the fold. And then we want to cut away this little part right here, which is sticking out. So I'm going to turn it around and just cut that tip off. So that is the essence of a collar pocket. As you can see, it is really super simple, but I think it has a beautiful style. And now you can add whatever embellishments you want. You can round the corner here, which looks really nice. You could also punch something in that corner. That would look nice as well. You could add a button or any kind of embellishment. There's so many things you could add here to make it look more interesting. And I just need to cut away more of the white I can see here. But I would like to add a quote here, which is, "Let art get you through the dark." First of all, because we have these dark elements, and I think it's really cool to put that quote on a black surface. And second of all, art and working in a junk journal has helped me so often get through dark times where I wasn't in a good headspace. So I think that quote is so relatable for me. And the way I want to add it is by stamping it partially, and the word art I want to add with this Thinlit set by Sizzix. It has the number 662687. Again, I will do my best to link this for you as well. And as you can see here, it has all these letters, which is really cool. And it also has this bag here, which I don't need now, but it's actually a very fun die. So we have the tiny letters here. It is a bit challenging, and we have the little paper bag here. And in order to know where the art needs to go, I need to first stamp at least the first word. So the quote was, "Let art get you through the dark." So I need to stamp the "let" here, and I want to stamp in gold embossing because I think that will look really nice. I'm going to use my clickable alphabet stamps for the embossing. I will link these for you below as well. These are by far my favorite letter stamps to use. They do have a limit though, because not all letters are always there when you need them. I've had quite a few words where I needed more letters than were in the set, so then you have to stamp the word in two, which is really challenging then to line them up precisely. So I'm going to unfold this. So I want to start out on this edge here, so I'll use my embossing stamp pad. I have this gold embossing powder from Hero Arts. I'm going to brush anything away that's on the side here. Now I brushed over it. Good job. Oh no. Okay. Now I probably won't be able to stamp over it. Let's see if this works if I just do it one more time. It's not as clear anymore. No, that's not going to look nice. Okay, I'm going to get rid of this and try to stamp over it. I didn't manage to get it exactly over it, as you can see, so let's see what that will look like. This is horrible. No! This is a disaster. Okay, I'm going to use my heat gun on this to hopefully get rid of any of the embossing gel. And then let's try that one more time. Attempt number 3. Fingers crossed. Okay, looks good. Yeah, that's better. I am happy with this. By the way, this brush did not come with any embossing equipment. This is from a razor. So far, so good. So I will take out the letters ART. And then I'll somehow have to make them stay where they need to stay because I don't have one of these magnetic sheets. So I'll probably use some washi tape. Okay, so I used washi tape to line these up. And hopefully they won't move. I think it's looking good. That looks really cool. Unfortunately, the washi tore a bit of this paper, but hopefully the embossing will cover that. And the cool thing with this die set is you get 2 for 1 because now I have the insides of the letters that I can now use in another project. So now I still need to stamp and emboss the rest of the quote, which was "Get you through the dark." And I'm kind of worried that I won't have enough space. Even if I go around the corner here, I'm not sure this is going to be enough space. So let's see. So I have "Let art get you," and now I need to stamp the "through." So challenge number 1 is there's only one H. So the end H here, I'm going to have to stamp separately, which makes me super nervous. The second thing is that I'm going to stamp this here, and that's the only word that will fit here. So I have the words "the dark" left, which are going to have to somehow go here. So this might look very strange, but hey, it's art, right? So this time I'm going to use a ruler, which I should have probably done before as well, so that I can line this up properly. That's not so bad. I mean, the H is a lot thicker because I pressed harder, but at least it's aligned. So this is what it looks like so far. So we need "the dark" still. And I decided I'm going to write the "dark" again with the dies. So I'm going to place that here. And then hopefully we can fit the somewhere here. Okay, so now we have this, which looks pretty cool. And I'm thinking I could place the either here or here. I think I'm going to go for here. So there's the finished quote. I guess it looks confusing unless you know to start here. Let art get you through the dark. It's kind of weird, but I know what it is and it's my journal, so that's totally fine. I love the way it looks. So now I want to just glue this corner down. And I think I'm going to have to clamp that down for a while. While that's drying, I'm going to cover this mess up here with a vintage map page of Spain and Portugal. Okay, this is holding okay now without the clip, and now I can glue in the pockets. So now we can stick in our tag. And I think this looks very dramatic. So our piece of art, which is this, I mean, the whole thing is art, but for the sake of the quote, this is our piece of art and the surrounding is the dark. I'm gonna go with that. So actually a very simple page idea. Love this style of collar pocket. I hope you give it a try. There's so much fun. You can make so many different variations. Check out Kathleen Mower's video for more inspiration. Love you guys. Mwah, mwah.